Hey everyone, guess it's that time of the day again, where apparently Final Fantasy XIV got another update and we got some new content. Well, sort of. I still need to take care of... Sorry, I gotta do a little ladies' day as well, just to do a little bit of catch-up. But we are... God damn it. You know, just trying to do a little bit of something. It's been streaming stuff about some Digimon. You know. Okay, doing a lot of Digimon. Did so much Poppy playtime. It's been kind of crazy on my end. But hey. But hey. This time I don't have to deal with the headache and a half anymore. Of Poppy playtime. Well, at the moment. I'm still scripting while also getting my video edited. Or edit. Hold on, just need to get a certain YouTuber. Search somebody to see what I do. There we go. But yeah, I'm just here to do a little bit of a thing because, well, we're finally getting back into some Hildebrand stuff that I always enjoy. It's one of my favorite things in Final Fantasy XIV. Aside from, like, maybe raids, but I've never done ultimate raids before. Hell. And there's Binks. It's always you when you do it, Binks. Baby. Why? Why now? You just go baby mode. What is it? What? 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 What, Binks? Here you are. Alright, oh, shit. I knew I forgot something. Closing this, open this, and there we go. Not my intent. And also, he's a kitty. Binks is a little kitty baby that always comes in at the best time. Oh, you're such a little baby, Binks. Alright. First off, we have to head straight to Sanlin. You're not wrong. Tends to happen a lot. Alright. Alright, motivational speaking. Is that the one? Oh yeah, I'm doing good, okay, that's new. I didn't do that yet. That was not meant to happen. And oh crap, I forgot. Audio again. Anyways, I'm doing good. Been writing down my new script for Poppy Playtime. Why, have Assistant Calix? 'Tis my great pleasure to welcome you in this year's Ladies' Day festivities. Though, granted, I had to, right now I might be getting a cold, but I got myself some medication. Not like, let me phrase it. I got myself, some flu. Dustborn. That sounded familiar. Hold on, let me just look up. Let me just look him up. Quantum Dream. Oh, Aquatic Dream. I got that. I think I got Aquatic. Wait. Oh, David Cage, of course. That explains a lot. Yeah, I can see why the writing for it is bad for some. Oh, they were actually the publishers, not the developer. Red Thread Games is the developer, but Quantic Dream is basically the dev. Here, let me show you. Yeah, right here. So you're not wrong. They have involvement, but they seem to be more of... Oh, shit. That was being stuck over it. But right here, they're not the developer. They're the publishers. And yeah, maybe the publisher had something to do with the writing. Actually, let's figure out if the writing... Let's see if the writers are the same. Okay, let's see. Ragnar Tornquist. Okay, Spinks. Hold on. Let me just see if the names of the writers are the same. Well, not the same. Yeah, he had no involvement because they're a publishing company that time. They were publishing the game that time, so that's a rather sudden thing. Anyways, what do we have? My, how marvelous! What a season of sensations! The songbirds and central princess performances have propelled their popularity to a fever pitch. The economic exploits have defined every expert's expectations as they balance billions of gil and gains. The masses cannot help but contemplate. Why do folks flock to them? What forces this dry, formidable fount of funds to flow? I don't blame you for that one. Also, that's too easy. That is way too easy. That's an easy thing to say, my good friend. The power of a simp. Anyways, back to work. Oh, Dural Thurl. Forgive me for my raucous rambling. I am Dural Thurl, renowned reporter for the Mithril Eye. Yeah, pretty much. Just like my major issue with Velma. I mean to gather information for these prominent performers and then a piece of our next publication. So please ignore that little thing on my eyeball right now. I am a guardian. But people have been decided to go out of their way and beat the living shit out of me. It is painful! Anyways, back. I would scarcely ask for a more perfect opportunity of promotion. Where the Mithril goes, fame and prestige is bound to follow. Songbirds and the Essential Prince will be thrilled to hear of this. Okay, anyways, yeah, like... And the thing is, these are stereotypes that the right-wingers would actually fucking say about current-day media. Where they just talk down the audience, keep bashing one thing or the other. And yet, well, it feels like it was a right-winger would write. I mean, take a look at, say, Daily Wire's terrible construction guy. You know, I can't put it off my head. It's not the tip of my tongue, but it's like the... But he's a... say, a passing adventurer? Yeah, yes, your impartial input would be not but a benefit. Yeah, Mr. Bertram, that's the one. Yeah. Basically, it's like apparently they confirm the terrible stereotypes of both sides of the stupid political argument. I'm left leaning at times, so that just says a lot. Because I don't like Velma because apparently they decided to, be so tone deaf that even makes Detroit Become Human look fucking, which go out there and say, dude, calm the fuck down. Permit me to brief on your performance. On our performance, then. The knowledge will doubtless prove a useful reference for your upcoming report. Whereas Mr. Bertram, it sucks that apparently it turns out the reason why is because the guy was a bubble of comedian. I shall begin with the songbirds, the pride and joy of the little lady say. Our talented trio consists of Ulala, dressed in crimson. Then we have Narumi, clad in yellow, and of course Masha Makaraka. Stop that. Okay, sorry. Yeah, pretty much. And even then, their stupid strawman arguments become... Hey, that strawman SJW stereotype became more and more of a voice of reason than the frickin' Bertram himself that was supposed to be the good guy. Like, people always bash Has-Been Hotel for that, but at least they have reasons for you to not like the characters or their beliefs. They come far from their humble beginnings, and their tireless efforts have recently borne fruit. Of late, their concerts have taken the realm by storm, winning countless new fans across Eorzea. And apparently they use less N-words. Anyways. Like, at least they're the people who you're supposed to hate are meant to be hated. Like, Adam, sure, he has a stereotype mindset of... Some people will actually agree with Adam's... Yeah, and that's the... He's still a bad character, but they gave him, a lot of reasons to develop and become a much more likable character than Velma. Which is not a good thing you should do for your villain. For your, quote, bad guy character. Hell, people actually cheered for Scrappy Doo to kill off Velma. And I was like, okay, so Scooby-Doo can't talk, can't bring because he's a talking dog, but Scrappy can. Seriously, guys? And it would be unremiss for me to not mention Picot. Not Peacock. Picot. Our dashing, sensational Prince in Violet. He is the newest addition to our lineup, and our rising star in his own right. He stole many a heart in the last little lady's day. They inspire one another, as well as the crowds, with equal measure. Their musical prowess is a fresh spring breeze, breathing a new life to the celebration as we know it. This year we shall be outfitting concert attendees with a unique line of themed apparel and illuminations for the occasion, complete with matching colors for each member of our merry band. So, you appeal to the audience, allowing the spectators to support their favorite singers, you say. Oh, sounds strategy. Meanwhile, your prize performance pinpoint their most passionate fans in the process, make it a much more memorable experience. Oh, yeah, I should actually say this. Because apparently people side with Adam, they decided to make stuff up about Adam. I still remember this one dumb video of one person make villains being more likable than Charlie, and they decided to make something up about Adam being this lonely man who actually was freaking distraught for the fact that he lost it all. Just going through venting his frustrations and all that blah blah blah. When, no, he's just a douchebag. A lovable likable personality of a douchebag if you think about it. But lying about what Adam's motivation is, about going through the fact that he lost 2 of his wives. And, that just shows that apparently... That just shows that apparently you can make a villain... If you make up something, that means you don't make an argument. That's how it goes. With that, I believe I have enough to embark on our excursion. When you are researched to such your study for some time in true testimonials, simply say the word. Anyways, sorry. Sorry for that rambling. I just got a little bit annoyed with how Velma, Mr. Birch fuck up their, you know, the other side enemy situation. Let the coverage commence. To begin, I suggest we search away from the stage so as not to startle any spectators. Perhaps we might pursue possible leads near the perimeter of Gate of Nald. We need to seek out and speak to those in somber and sensational shirts, shall we? Alright. Let's go. Blah, 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 blah. I just realized that apparently these are actual... Oh my god, that's actually kind of cool. I have never seen these t-shirts. Well, they're not... I don't think they're t-shirts. They look like... Well, they are t-shirts, but they are so big. You're defeating folks for a piece of the song, on the Songbirds and Sensitive Prince? Oh, I'd love to participate. I'm a Masha fan. Through and through. She has the most amazing voice. And there's something about the way she dances that really speaks to me. You could tell she puts pride in every facet of her performances. And it never fails to take my breath away. In fact, her dedication inspires me to become more mindful of my day-to-day living. Even with something as simple as descending the stairs, I have to find myself thinking, I must be careful, Marsha needs me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Speaking of dedication, I hear Marsha's coming up with one of the limited dishes that being served at the quicksand. We have to sample it for ourselves. Oh my god. So Masha's perseverance provides a particular sense of purpose past performances, extending to the everyday. Fascinating, all of it. Some would say that he'd be considered as a simp. Okay, I should shut now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Everybody's getting sick and tired of the culture war from, you know, both sides, I guess. But mostly it comes from, like, the right. Again, from my point of view, I haven't seen a lot of, like, bread tubers talking about media, but they just talk about, like, actual serious political stuff. So that's just a me thing, if it makes sense. Gods, where is I even begin? Her presence on stage is second to none, and her warm smile can melt even the coldest hearts. She may be small, but the power of her voice is more than makes up for it. Just like that weird silly curl from that... Okay, I'm stopping now. And what's to say? That's to say nothing to her passion for her fans and the music. That's why she dons such fire red hues. I speak for us all when I say that we'd do most anything for her if she asked with the winsome little smile of hers. Anyways, oh my god. Even if I can jump off a cliff. Even if I just go off my way and jump right off a cliff. That'd be the best thing out there. Anyways, yeah. Again, sure, you have like a song talking about some stuff. Yeah. It's just like, I think the worst offender from my end. Yeah, like, yeah, Hassan Piker decided to go out of his way to be a freaking asshole and just make things worse. Though, it's just that apparently, you gotta give the right wing, because apparently a lot of right wingers call themselves centrists and just ruin what centrists are supposed to be. Because, you know, they decided to always just make them look like they are center But apparently they're just more right-wing. Yeah. With that, I assume we have counted all the affiliations in this area. However, if that Marshal fan tells us true, those seasonal bird snacks are bound to be bringing multitudes of mistress among the establishment. Come, let us continue with our queries at the quicksand. News reports. Wait, no. Mithril. Pretty much. Pining Pickaxe fan. Let's get past the stars on Little Lady's Day. Well, you've come to the right place. Some folks are headed over heels for the songbirds, but I've only got eyes for Picard. His debut in the last Little Lady's Wiles really won me over. Yeah, he is lucky. Essential Prince, he takes it upon himself to treat his fans like royalty. He's incredibly handsome, of course, but I need words of a sweet little smirk that makes me jealous of his very show. Well, that could be my prince every day. Oh, and when you shine his vile illumination to the crowd. Yeah, I try my best to avoid that one too. Tribalism like that is the reason why political discussions online have been forever tainted. Though, granted. Same here. I mean, it's the reason why I always stayed away from, say, what was it? Critical Drinker. Like, Critical Drinker really fell off for me, because right now I saw, like, I was watching one of the guy's streams, Ant. Yeah, Ant. Ant decided to stream the video where apparently Paramount bought, well, is attempting to buy out. The mere thought Scott's past productions have enough to make most fans swoon. A true testament to his talent, and if rumors are true, he strives to serve all his fans the way they lads or little ladies, which means let's hope I too get a princess under his hovered spile. Okay. I'm just gonna walk away. Just walking away. Turn around. Just go this way. Just ignore her. Anyways, but yeah, Critical Drinker decided to give praise to Paramount because considering they're buying Warner Brothers. About the message, blah 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 blah. Oh, there's an Emblem Numari fan. There it is. Ah, you're reporting from the Mithril High, aren't you? Well, as you doubtless asserted, I am one of Narumi's fans. Though he may be the most demure of the three songbirds, she upholds a quiet strength. The endless compassion that we cannot help but cherish. She approaches her art so delicately, so exquisitely, that it feels as though she is speaking to all her fans as individuals. It compels us to support her in her every endeavor, and might always know happiness in the spotlight. So Naomi replies, a supple yet sincere approach. A man who's such a saintly smile on his age. Why, I can still see the appeal. As assumed of our performers possess a fiery fan base, with this wealth of wisdom I shall well prepare for right. But one thing struck me as strange. While we were wandering, I espied an elegant young lady surveying the songbirds in sensual stage from afar. Same here. I mean, Josh became anti-woke, but Josh managed to pull himself back from that little dark area. I am interested in interviewing her as well, if she's so inclined. Shall we sally forth and see what she says? Oh, it's out. Oh yeah, her. I forgot about her. Why, ever since the kindly adventurer from seasons past, 'tis I, Aditya Thorn. You have been well, I trust. such serpentity, a sign of the honored House Thorn. I had heard of your house and contributed substantial sum of the support of these festivities. Come to celebrate and see the show, I gather. Anyways, yeah, it's just a thing like Josh. How do I explain it? Like, Josh has his own issues, sure. Like, I don't agree with some of his media takes at times. And I certainly don't agree with... And I certainly don't, you know... Sorry, just need to close this down real quick. I gather? Indeed, on behalf of House Thorn, and out of my curiosity, I wish to behold the annual concert with my own eyes. 'Tis heartening to know that annual performances has blossomed to such a passionate showcase of song and dance. Right, like, nothing against Josh, nor Shady Do-Rags. Would I join the audience and show my support? Both of them are basically right-wing, but they're not, like, stupidly right-wing, if it makes sense. Like, Shady Do-Rags, I understand his faults, he has different views. Sure, I don't actually agree with what happened with, like, say... You know, the Starfire one, where apparently they called her... Trog or Throg or, you know, nothing. It means she is nothing. You know, the racism episode. Like, I don't agree with it because apparently, you know, his ideals hasn't changed at much. So it's understandable why apparently there's some people who don't change. There you are hauled to enough of a trouble this time. I must advise against it, my lady. I cannot risk worsening your condition. Alas, it as Woodruff says, I have not the strength to sway the world and jump about as I please. But, from this vantage point, I can at least gaze upon the stage and the audience from afar. A rather lightning experience all told. Even from this distance, it is easy to tell how much the performance means to all of them. How joyful they all are. Alright. Up the kitty goes. I dare say the energy is contagious. I dare say the energy is contagious. Delights and devotion take many forms. If the crowds can find happiness by supporting their beloved singers, if we can garner their interest in this holiday, but even for a fleeting moment, then I could ask for a little health. Alright, let's take a shot here. Yeah, that's fair. A point you need to make, my lady. As you asserted, all who answered our inquiries delighted describing their preferred performers, each selecting to celebrate their own way. By the way, you're supposed to have like the same British accent. Why are you talking like a news reporter? Are you kidding me, lady? Okay, I just realized I asked a stupid question. There is no correct answer as how to celebrate the reason. For only together could they make Little Ladies Day a fine festival to become the fine festival it has become, such is likely a significant source of the singer's success. Fuck. I must thank you thoroughly for your thoughtful theories. I shall serve as a fine addition to my article. There be the fleeting thoughts as I enjoy the performances. I am pleased to think that you can be of use. I wish it was a delightful Little Ladies Day. Alright. I owe you the commensurate corporation indeed. I've amassed all the manner of ardent accounts from the fans. Ooh, wait. Uprising. Okay. Oh, it's, oh, right. That one. I forgot. My bad. I got that mixed up with Ares. That method actor asshole. Some show support by cheering and cacophobia cries on the stage, while others... Alright, there we go. But yeah, it's an underrated show. It sucks that it didn't have like a lot of seasons. Please, they're fans. Oh yeah, it actually shows that apparently these people know how to make a very stylized animation by using it. Yep. Hold on, let me just scroll. I think. Yep, I knew I forgot something. There we go. Merriments have made one of the pastries is a most marvelous manner. For our featured fads, we often find ourselves opening our wallets without so much as a second thought. If I am no stranger to that. But I digress. It's time we saw the songbirds and the sensational brands for ourselves to truly fathom all the fuss is about, provided we have permission from the Royal Sensual. How do you Sensual? How do you pronounce that? Seneschal.
Seneschal.
Seneschal. Pretty much. Honestly, hot take, I think Tron would work better as a TV series than a movie. Welcome back. How have you found the interviews? They went well. Wonderfully well. As our last task, we wish to watch one of the performances. If we are welcome to do so. By all means, I would love nothing more than to read your impressions, which is when Olive is properly published. More and more objective presentation. I like to spectate the show from afar. Might I ask you take to the crowds? Sure. Sure. Excellent. Enjoy the excitement. And we will reconvene once the stage is settled. The maid highlighted will finish you with a set of songbird-themed attire and portable illumination. Once you've attained your choir, you need to only wait for an opportune moment to join the crowd. Okay, fly from Olda, steps around, blah 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 call. Okay, that makes sense. Give me a second. Just need to go through this, do that. Yellow, yes. Why did I choose the wrong one? This is so funny. Yeah, David Warner's awesome. Alright, that was it. You have my thanks for the optimization of it. Yeah, famous that in the crowd did not go unnoticed. My, what a marvelously massive performance. Even from a distance, I could not help but offer a round of adherent applause. The fans' passion, burned with brilliance that was all but blinding, matched only by the fiery fervor of the performers. I see now why they are drawn to such shows. Now it's time I acquire the most immersive involvement. How did it feel to savor the sights and sounds of such a spectacle? Empathize. Excellent, excellent. Thank you for your thoughts. I shall account for your attendance in my article. With this, I should be able to pen the perfect piece. But I dare not to lie. Little lady say it's only so long, after all. I give you my gratitude, adventurer. You have earned your rightful reward. I must take my leave. But may the fates see fit for us to meet again. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it's actually a very good. Again, like... 'Twas a pleasure to enjoy the show. I could not hesitate to enjoy it again if you feel inclined. If you feel inclined.
We have plenty of performance and scheduled.
I offer you the gratitude of aiding Dorathral. I wish you a wonderful little lady's day. Okay. Alright. Alright, with that seasonal event out of the way, which was only 45 minutes. Certificate of Liberation, blah 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 blah. We gotta get to Hildebrand right now. After we get this, because I wanna get back, I wanna open my inventory. But yeah. Alright, teleport. Next stop. Nope. Yep. Solution 9. Alright, yeah, it's been a while. Like, I should really rewatch it again. Especially after, is this the one? Yeah, it's this one. So, I should really watch Tron Legacy and also Tron Uprising because they are good. I think the apparently, like... Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Cadix, I was hoping you stopped to drop by. I took a bit of doing. Whoop, wrong one. But I was able to widen the crack I made in the storage device and ain't got a clump of you scraps of data. The first file attempts a record of Carl Carnelian's procedure. Seems the master soul was poured into the Seems the master soul was poured into one of the cloud-type monsters. Oh yeah, him! I haven't watched that yet because I know Josh is going to reference, Final Fantasy, Ferrets Within, and blah blah blah. I don't want to go through another headache of that one. Because it's been... I don't know. Besides, like, the idea of the German guy boxing other people is much more interesting than just very poor advertisement. Or... Talent of mimicking faces... Blah. They've got a talent. They got an annoying talent of making these apes and faces. Makes exactly what Canora took advantage of when he tricked us with his fake Kameka. Oh no, not these two again. Never fair. Inspector Hildebrand is here. The other fight, I pulled the details about yet another mussified criminal. This week was nabbed for repeated particular violations. Riding his airway or too fast, making reckless maneuvers and endangering the others. That sort of thing. According to the data, he's running around the body of a cactuar now. Oh. Huh. Oh. Okay, yeah. Again, I don't know, I'm just a little bit burnt out. Too bad, you will die. While I am with my husband, Ganondorf from Zelda CDI. Did I just rhyme? Fuck me. The Moog was nabbed. According to the data, he's running around the body of a cactuar now. Judging what we see from the researcher's schemes, you'll have to dispatch the prickly speed demons somewhere inside the dome. But where? Rejoice, my good detective, for I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry. Come bearing of a very direction you seek. I have it straight from the mouth of the real Kameka. That an ambulatory cactus piloting a flying contraption was supposedly observed streaking through the sky as a southerly bearing. What the fuck? Alas, despite hastening the conference of the sighting, our intrepid sheriff arrived too late to see the needle-covered individual in question. The report was summarily dismissed as fanciful imaginings of inebriated townsfolk. Alright, just give me a second. I, need to go to the men's room for a second. Give me a second. Alright, I'm back. Alas, okay. Holy shit, you actually... The inherent chirp of a veteran instinct nonetheless impelled me to investigate. Thus, my faithful assistant, I venture further south to question the colorful crowd of Tuliodol. Tuliolol. Tuliolol. Oh. Yes, there is something by December. What does this eager tale of an airport succulent? They said it was a moving at an incredible pace, set astride by a vehicle like this once the mechanical invaders had ridden. It was last seen zipping past a dirigible before vanishing into the clouds to the south. Oh, the soldiers ride on the wheels. So unless there's another flying cactuar out there somewhere, I think we have our man. Good work. Almost too good, in fact. Oh, Binks. You love snuggles. That's what you are. You just love baby snuggles. Over there! Is that a new case I spy? Already had the bait to hook. They're the real deal, right? Although, come to think of it, I don't know anyone would bother impersonating either of them to begin with. At least this lead seems solid enough. But if we're serious about catching this guy, we'll need air wheeler of our own. Come on, there's a sharp new guy that does custom jobs. Okay, yeah. For those confused, Hildebrand or Brandehild, or yeah, the guy in the tuxedo and the coat and all that. He's basically the alternate timeline version / universe version of him, of Hildebrand. It's hard to explain in terms to make it short, but the best I can describe it is that he is a shard of Hildebrand. And at first we thought that apparently he conked his head and decided to become the same type of guy that had the, long story short, hard-boiled. This is the place. I used to be a regular here, but I ain't been back in a while. Let's see if they still remember me. Aww, little baby. You're a Binksy boy. Well. Well, look how the wind blew in. Well, look what the wind blew in. Mama, I've come for my steed. Not bad, old scrap heap. It's just running my garage floor too long. I doubt it would mind a slow trot, let alone gallop. Happy to give it a tune-up if you get credits to burn. But I'll need you to supply some parts. A new high-voltage battery and some conductor coil at a minimum. Things off. The chronometer's ticking. I'll see if I can get my hands on the battery. But can I ask you to track down the coil? Besides, for all soft-boiled dopes don't know a suspension spring from an anti-gravity gimbal. But you, I can trust... I can't trust to find the right part without cracking under the pressure. I'm on it, Detective. Hard-boiled Starbound seems desperate to get his air reeled up and running, so I'll give you a tip. If you want a coil quick-like, then salvaging rounds of defective sentries is your best bet. I have learned to use some handy gadgets to help you out. Send off the distress signal on the west side of Alexandria, and you'll soon be found some murderous mechanical company dismantles for parts. Alright. I'll take the two along with me for the battery hunt. Good luck out there. I don't want the lady to bring bombs again. Yes, that is the thing. Don't ask. It makes even less sense when you try to explain her backwards logic. No, Binks, we do not claim up on computers. That is the no-no area. Okay. I summon Midgardsimir. Alright, we got a duty ready. Alright, we got the duty roulette ready. Anyways, if anybody's watching this stream right now, you can leave a follow if you want. Or subscribe to my YouTube channel. We tend to stream every Thursday and Friday, whether it's a horror game or an RPG. We have our fun here. Shit. That was not what I meant to do. There it is. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. Well, to be honest, considering Xehanort is somehow cursed to have any actor die when they try to play him, you know, old man Xehanort, I think he got lucky. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Yeah, I know, I shouldn't make a joke about that, considering Leonard Nimoy is actually one of the most iconic guys out there. Seriously, I liked him. I liked him as I liked him performing as, you know, Xehanort. Yeah. Yep, I was frozen today. That is just such line I've ever seen a guy say. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead, 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 dead. I am so dead. Oh, goodbye. Alright, gotta wait until this is over. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, come back. The one time I got killed. Alright, there we go. Alright, here we go. Okay, thank you, I guess. Alright, there we go, and all of them are dead. Oh, sort of. There we go, all of them dead. Alright, we're there. Yeah, that was my fault. Yeah, I'm a little bit rusty with, like, being a casting mage. Or... That's not the best way to describe it. I'm a little bit rusty with, with being a, range caster. You know, spellcaster. How the fuck did I survive that one? Seriously, how did I survive that one? Hildebrand. I'm sorry, I didn't even see that on my YouTube. For YouTube, let me just read a YouTube comment right now because I didn't see that. Hildebrand stole my wife. Hildebrand stole my wife. It took my pet dolphin. They poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and set fire to our houses. He did? No. Are we gonna wait until he does? I say, we trip something over! Question, how do I keep surviving that? Again, sorry for not responding to that one, Mr. Goose. Or Mr. and Mrs. Goose. That was not my intent. Alright, good. Dead. Could have died. It's like a 5 level item high. It's like 5 item levels higher. Alright. Oh, and here comes Pink again. Giving me snuggle times. Alright. Oh, now you're dead. Alright, upgrading my earring and my hood. I completely forgot that apparently it's still casting and it gives me an item upgrade. Oh well. Oh yeah. Like, that's the only good thing, because, honestly, the way they just missed the opportunity of, you know, online gaming and just focus so much on, like, a completely different story. Not only that, and just, you know, make Ralph, well, with a rather well-aged message about online comments, because, well, yeah, that one was not expected to be aging that fast. It's just somehow apparently the game just... Well, the movie just, you know, portrayed everything of what it was supposed to be for the first movie. It was just sad. Although it is funny that apparently they lost this Into the Spider-Verse, and then they just, like, you know, award-winning show, and then they just lost. It's funny. Oh boy. Don't know how I survived that one. Yeah, it got really wrecked. And it just sucks for him. Because he had a good potential and like good character development, and they just threw it all the way for an unneeded character development. What if it got it less funny and more stalkery? And I'm dead. Alright, what do we have today? And it just sucks for Wreck-It Ralph. Because it had a lot of potential, it had a lot of cool ideas. But they just ignored the idea of Wreck-It Ralph being a crossover for video games. If they just wanted to make, like, say, a show about, you know, the internet, they would have just made a new series that doesn't rely on the internet. Not Wreck-It Ralph. Not only that, they just, you know, put so much Disney cameo, it's just sickening. Go again. Ah! Okay, for bread soup, that's like so stupid and sounds like something like a right-wing nut would say. What the fuck? Alright, we got that. Alright. Alright. Got myself some more elegant memories of mathematics. Alright, let's just continue on with the Hildebrand, because I just need to do that daily routine. So that way I can actually get a lot of this to upgrade my final... Yeah, it's just... Sure, like, you can criticize... Like, sure, there are a lot of things you can criticize some horror movies. Like, you know, the black guy always dies first. Like in movies back then, like, they always kill the black guy. It's just like... The latter. It's the latter. Because I'm the person who has some very negative things to say about Black Griffin. But the way I Heart Kim Possible fucked it up this much. Especially with how apparently she decided to freaking slander BA Games. And also, Saberspark like that. Arcadia. Is not only reckless, but slanderous. I mean, also, it's just so stupidly tone deaf. Like, she was just trying to make it funny, but fails miserably and just made people uncomfortable. And also apparently used a footage that wasn't even the original. Like, Shadow's a bitch-ass motherfucker. You know, that thing? She didn't even use that clip. She just used some guy who did not only didn't consent to it, but felt upset that it was used for it. With bad conservative media, you can just make fun of the guys who just talks about the movie. KP just outright ruined somebody. Yeah, and that too. Like, the issue with her is just that he made a very ewy thing, an ewy joke that even he himself admitted was bad. Chris himself admitted it was bad. Like, Chris admitted that it was a fucked up thing to say. He didn't think... And he apologized for it. For I Heard KP to just bring that up just shows that apparently she did not pay attention to what was going on and just used it to outright just ruin any conversations that could be involved with. There's also... And hell, and that's not getting into a situation where she just freaking copyright claims some people for her terrible apology. Here you go. The stupid video essay right now in 2026 is going to be about the Markiplier's big, huge criticism towards probably playtime when he beat Chapter 5, I guess. Because he was very harsh to the game. And I've seen so many people talking about it. It's like, is Markiplier right? Is Markiplier this, that, blah, 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 blah. And it's just so parasocial. But what do I know? It's just 2020. We're in like 3 months into 2026 and everything became freaking upside down. Left, right, upside down. Topsy-turvy. It's just fucking insane. That dude, that should do the trick. You're pirate voice time. That should do the trick. Now, where did your mates run off to? Can't be that hard to find a store that sells batteries. You should probably head over to Nexus Arcade and see what's keeping them. No, I just... anyways, I don't know what big creators can get screwed up this time, but what I do know is just, yeah, and it affected Saber Spark. And let's be honest, it's like this whole situation started with Black Griffin and the whole situation with his end. From a bunch of, like, Cyberspark has issues of himself, I'll admit to that, but especially with Black Griffin, like, I don't want to dive into it because this one's just a headache and a half because he was married to the voice actress of Sweetie Belle, who was a kid, dating with something like all that friends. Back then, it devolved with, like, some voice actor situation that involves with, like, him being toxic. I don't know the full detail right now because it's just a headache and a half. But on the other hand, like... everything's just a mess, and iHeartKP just ruined an actually good conversation. And also... or... fan don'ts as well. It's a fuck up. That's all it is. Herrick, any trouble bringing up the coil? Nothing you couldn't handle, I wager. As for the battery, I brought one to see, though. The problem is convincing the inspector and scout to stick around after he cut over for tantalizing familiarity. Long story short, after he went off to have him come back. Suppose we have to look for him, eh? Here we go again. Oh boy. Blah 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 cyberpunk blah 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 cyberpunk blah 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 blah. Oh shit. What? Is that a corpse? A smiling corpse? Hildebrand, what the fuck? Ha ha ha, do not fret, detective. This dapper zombie is an old acquaintance of mine.
Allow me to introduce myself. Good sire, I am a proud mentor of the Dungeon Deadman and a disciple of Master Zombie Brand. I've been on the road and seeking out new recruits for a merry mothery brand. Bad. Said search has brought me here, into the midst of this unexpected, yet most welcome reunion.
Okay, long story short, Hildebrand got killed. I don't usually hold with necromancy, but he seems harmless enough. So, if you've done catching up, you've got a case to work on. Oh, so what the fuck? How'd you hell you become a friend with a zombie? Oh, it's because apparently they thought I hit my head once very hard and thought I was a zombie as well, and decided to teach him the ways of the gentleman. What? But it's best to not question his logic. In actual fact, our conversation was almost entirely crease adjacent. And following his notes to Professor Fellows, this gentle zombie traced a stench of a necromancy decay of every faculty of every faculty of which I slumbered. Yes, I became fast friends with one of the reanimated researchers there. During the process of getting to know each other, he spoke briefly of the only person left alive after the incident. According to my new carnal chum, all laboratories were perished in an accident resulting in a leakage of highly toxic substance. All that is save for a single man who habitually wore a protective gas mask. Kashali is his name, and second in charge over the overseer himself, yet disdained by his peers as a condescending know-it-all. Oh, well, I was the one who knew that apparently without a gas bag you all would die, so... Ha! Who said that?
I did, however.
Gradually recognized his passion for his work. Even after devoting a full day to official experiments, he would pour his remaining time and energy to some mysterious side project. Alright. And he had himself. He's a sole survivor. Blah. He was a sole surviving researcher, you say? Sounds like we finally have a name of our mastermind. Courtesy of the shambling undead, no less. No matter how many years I do this job. Well, thanks for that. Glad to be the service.
No, if you'll excuse me, my new recruit and I have a cafe tour planned.
Okay, this is actually kind of funny. Like, I'm just like imagining them just seeing a freaking walking corpse and just like, ah, zombie! And everyone just like pull off their Glocks and just like shoot it down. Shoot it on sight with many holes. I was out of line. It's just, I reckon there are forces in this world that you're better not messing with. Anyway, let me take these parts back to Monom, and see if we can get my wheeler repaired. Shouldn't take too long. Alright, back here. I'll ride him back here and make sure he's running smoothly. You can see the magnificent beast in all its glory. Hup, 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 hup. Alright. Alright. Thumbs out of the way. Detective Hildebrand seems somewhat nervous. Expect to relive his pride and joy, perhaps? Whoa. Ooh.
Gore, would you look at that?
How do you think, Garrix? I call him Night Stallion. He's a custom bolt job built for yours, Julie. It has far too much more powers for the average Mooka to handle. Anti-gravity capabilities are standard, but when it comes to ground speed, he's been tweaked to achieve the highest possible performance. The trick is to install quick heating motor coils. Oh shit. But won't the increased heat compromise the magnetic field's integrity, you ask? Well, that's a valid concern. A hotter drivetrain responds to completely differently when you open the throttle and... Beep! You get those filthy hands off my ride. I really thought you would head to your beloved stream with a touch of salamander build. So you had this amazing machine this whole time? Why haven't you run it till now? The fresh-faced and innocent. The spitting image of my assistant. I'll never forget. I'll never forget the day I hung up my spurs. It was right after I've caught Carnelian. Hmm? Oh. I've been seeming to source of vengeance, fit to burst my shell at any moment. Ooh, this is actually kind of cool. Oh. And there's the Akira slide. Oh, that's actually clever. The big house do good for the life of the crying king. See you in hell, your majesty. Damn it. All the things you got lucky for, you little son of a bitch. Should have pulled the trigger when you had the chance. You've gone soft, hard-boiled. These flashbacks exchange the legal length. Laced with illicit specimens. You know what the? Stick to the facts. To get to the chase, my assistant was avenged. Slinging the crime king into the slammer took me off the boil, and Ryan Cole just ain't my style. But now that Caroline's on the streets again, it's time for me to get back in the saddle. Alright, I gotta get back real quick. Gotta go check my laundry. I'll be back. Truly whatever. Then blew past the dirigible on his way south, right? What kind of territory are we looking at? Blah, 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 blah. Lots of big trees are there. Months. Makes this Yucktail storage landing their starting port. I'll take the Night Stallion and meet you there. Deserved. Alright, there we go. Alright, better change it up. Just need to make sure. Overcapped dungeons, yep. Yep. Alright. Let's get this. Alright. Let's get the sage out of the way. Just need to get my rustiness out. Just need to make sure I don't get rusty. Alright. That was not. Oopsie. Alright, let's go. Alright, where are we going? Wrong one. Oh shit. Alright. Oh, come on. The one time I can't kill you. There we go. Alright. Okay. Ugh. Balloons! Whee! Alright, did we take care of the ghost mimic? Behold, the lights are Rumel, Lord of Nightmares, blah 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 blah. Alright. We are at the final boss of this dungeon. Alright, we all got halfway there. Oh, that's my throat. With that part of the quest. Alright. Right, we shall find our way to this cocktail edible and dirtable landing. See you there. I'm pretty sure it was Yak's tail, Inspector. Yak Tal. Yak Tal. Oh shit, you're this place. Not south. Got myself. Alright. Again, anybody on YouTube, you can chat onto the YouTube chat if you want to. I will pay attention since I have multi-chat on. It's just that apparently my OBS won't let me play the other one for some strange reason. It's like glitched out still, and I don't know what happened. Alright. You made it. Even the shaded gumshoes would have to appreciate the view coming in over the treetops. Anyway, I talked to the locals waiting for you lot to arrive. And one fella had seen Mr. Cactor flying down from the lower forests to the lower forests. I am told the biggest place out that way is a settlement called Mamluk. So that'll be our next destination. Let's head out there, lock the streets, ask some questions, you know, the usual. Very good, Detective. But what's become of our wondrous wheeler? Night Stallion could draw more attention than I'd like. I'll use the autopilot function to call him if I need him. But otherwise, I'll make do with my own 2 feet. I almost said hands. He's just like walking around with like 2 hands. Like I am Rock Lee. Or I am Mice Guy. I am Mike Guy. Watch me as I do a handstand and walk around a 10-mile a bunch of yelms away. That must be Mimik. They build things from down. They build the blah blah blah. They build things down here, huh? But we ain't got the time in my the architecture. Spread out and find someone who's clocked eyes on that cactuar. Excuse me. Blah 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 blah. Well, yes, I did see an unusual creature riding a strange vehicle through the forest at breakneck speeds. The vehicle's terrible noise is what the first drew my attention, followed by the incomparable yelling of its pilot. Yet the sight of the posturing man plant was so absurd, I found myself more bemused than frightened. As a matter of fact, I was actually laughing way too hard. Yes, I've encountered the fiend you describe. The forest has its share of fantastic creatures, but this was a odd night to be out of place. Why is it the smashing one of the giant meteorites with a club, then racing away with the broken pieces? Make of that what you will. Blah 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 blah. Ah, the subject of the recent gossip. I crossed paths with the creature myself, and it was indeed odd, but the sheen he rode upon was a true wonder. He pulled up to alongside me and my wife, drawn us to ice, then zoomed off with astonishing swiftness. If you plan to catch a fiend, you'll need an equally miraculous mount. Alright. So, what's the rap? So,
Do. That's a wrap.
No.
Sure?
The principles I gathered are very much the same. There is a character racing around there. That much could be.
Back. But if you make it stops at a bag meteorite fragments, then it ain't no simple joyride. Talk to me, Kirks. Something about those roughs I ought to know?
No.
Some kind of specialized radiation, eh? We haven't pieced together. Kashyaki's clan yet, but he seems well intended in those space stones. Which means apparently we got a good chance to find the specky goon by staking out the spots with the meteor. If we nab the coxar, we have him to lead the researcher and to Carnelian. When I say us, I mean me, and I say of course. Once we have him, the rest of you won't be given chance without a ale whaler.
I see no such contravene. These legs have been conditioned by an intensive chocobo beering exercise regimen.
Right, I don't think that's a good idea, and they're gone. Fuck. Well, good luck with them. Good luck to them. Still think he's a weak-willed punk, but I can't deny the uncanny body of his is made of star stuff. I can't explode.
Yeah, you'll get used to it, dude.
Let's go on with it, then. I hear there's a good-sized meteorite alongside the roads that leads out of town. We'll start at the near end and hope the mook puts in his appearance. Surveying, surveying, surveying. Beep boop. No wheel rider tractor around here. Let's move on. Oh, the inspector took off when we had the case all sewn up. But running fast isn't finding any leads, did it? And I thought he was onto something. That's my issue. I think I may be onto something. Ooh. No thunder here either. On to the next meteorite. On to the next meteorite. On to the next meteorite. I detect a hint of criminality in that direction. Onwards, Nasha. We mustn't let the detective beat us to the punch. Big. Bye. Oh, that's a new one. Look up, stand aside, or 1,000 years where you hide. Make way for the unnatural, uncashable spike. This one looks light for smashing. Hold it right there. I'm gonna need you to hop off the air wheeler. Huh? Yeah, you must be the blowhard I was warned about. Think you can give orders to succulent speedster? My right is maxed out with black market mods. And there ain't no one faster. Keep it if you can, slowpokes. The place it gotta be, challenge accepted. To me, Night Stallion, it's time to burn rubber. It's time to burn rubber. I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you. And I'm right behind you, Inspector. Best not to question it. Twould seem to require my assistance after all.
What the? What the? How'd you get up to be your foot? Oh, fuck. Fine. Change your Ooh, where's my damn python?
Oh, ah! I'll just tweak the weapon's limiter settings like so. With you steering and providing the thrust, that need will serve learn a harsh lesson. Nothing outruns this fire-dubbed Mannerville man.
That is not how that works. Oh god, oh god, oh god, please don't. Please don't, please don't. No, 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 no. Oh god.
He's scared. Are they actually getting on me? Come on, I can feel my... Come on, then I feel a needle for speed. Needle time. We did it! Victory is ours!
Oh, fuck.
We're ready straight to what? That was a good run. It was. I can't believe it. My undefeated record. My legendary streak is over. And yet, I feel strangely content. Enough. You win. Just hand me over to the coppers and be done with it. So, the researcher forced you to work with him, like you did with the other fiends? That's right. Told me to smash and grab the meteorites from the forest. But not what he wa- But not what he wanted her. But not what he wanted her for. All this way to now some delinquent goon who had no leads to Kashkai or Carnelian to show for it. Not to mention my beetle fight was getting trashed. That was on you, Hildebrand.
Perhaps we should kind of try running together next time. Oh, if you're looking for Kashiaki, I know where he'll be. Waiting for my meteorite delivery over to cliff southwest from here.
Huh? Why didn't you say that sooner? I bet Cornelia is there with him. He won't escape me this time.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. Now, let us follow the detective to these cliffs, shall we? I must ensure these villains are served with gentleman's justice. Hop, 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 ho, ho, ho. I am away. There we go. I can hear them up ahead. Let me get the job on them before we go. I'll go barging in. Just give me a second. I need to use the men's room.
Something went wrong. There's meteorite. I prefer the perfect energy source. I would prefer to harvest a surplus. But it's too great of a risk to linger here.
Freeze, mage. So much as you twist your lips, I'll let you up. I'll let you up.
No! I've worked too hard to give up now.
He's getting away. He'll keep. I've got the one I want. But I don't think I'm taking you just so you can escape. Never again. But here's not the answer, detective. Oh, right. Where did he go? Ah. Alright, that makes sense. Hey, you almost had me. If not for this bubbling fool you tolerate. Soft as ever. Well...
He is pissed. You and me are done, Hildebrand. Hildebrand, stay out of my way. Stay out of my way. You and me are done. Stay out of my way. He is pissed. My recent inquiries as an inspector appear to have urged the detective's ire. 'Twas you he turned to for assistance in this case, Carrick. It is only fitting that you remain at his side for the duration. Meanwhile, Nashu and I will persist with our independent inquiries. Alright. Sorry for the sudden exit back there, but the your corrupt brains in me had me steaming. Hildebrand only wants to help. You know that as I do. The problem is that his help ain't nothing but a hindrance. For the love up, I see you sulking over there, soft-boiled. Alright. Is it a delightful spot for serenity? We were simply following the village trail to look how we're able to run each other, completely by chance. We were only passing through after all. We were shall apprehend that mastermind of your own, with our own tied and true mythology. You shall see.
Carrix, I want you on the case with me from here on out.
When it comes to a prepper guide amongst the dome, I swear it's been tougher than yours truly. No one else fits the bill. You might need to cool your heels a bit while I work on salvaging more data, but Hildebrand always gets his files in the end. See you around.
Alright, another one done. Meanwhile, that's why. Oh. Shit. Blah, 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 blah. Hold on.
At long last, my scheme has come to fruition. No longer must I endure the company of my clumsy colleagues. All is in readiness. The replication of my brilliant mind is at hand. Now again, what I'm known as Corpus's second best. My name shall ring across the lands, carried far and wide by an army of unrivaled geniuses. Something amusing.
Oh, just the fact that you repair a device capable of miracles. Yet your plans for it are very banal. Is that how you pronounce it? Let me look it up.
Banal.
Banal. I got it right.
You dare mock me?
What a poor he was. Now to realize a dream worthy of this marvelous technology. Alright. Oh, him. Fuck, he did. Oh, this is new. Okay, there it is. Dick Dev, how they called me. The dog fought for a cucumber wrapped in old leather. I'm a man who prefers his own company. Each day was overdone. I let it boil and boil to match my mood. To match my mood. They say you can't make a car sail whole again. Maybe this time I smashed it completely. Still funny, but it gets a little bit serious now. Core, Those are some troubling thoughts. Can anyone save Dr. Harderboiled from himself? I bet the inspector can. With us in the case, a happy name is never far away. See you, Inspector. Alright, that's about it for, well, this part of this 4.5 patch. Now, there is another one I wanted to do, such as that one area with the book. But I need to look it up real quick, and I've been streaming for 3 hours. I want to say, the Hildebrand one is actually getting really good. I really do enjoy this chapter. And honestly, I really hope we get a conclusion, because getting rid of the mad scientist guy is a very bold move at the end. Anyways, let's see, what else? Let me just take a look at my YouTube right now. For anybody who was on the YouTube live chat earlier, really, really, really sorry for not actually talking to anybody like that. Again, like, I'm still trying to get used to this whole new double stream situation. But I will say this. I really do like this part of the story. And for tomorrow, we are going to be doing... either Ultra Kill or Silent Hill F, because I remember that apparently Ultra Kill got a new update, so I gotta make sure I get that one ready. And I still need to continue on, despite my... my fear. My deep, deep fear of jump scares, including the darkness of freaking enemies. But we can get through that one. Anyways, I'm Erotic Tranar. I want to thank you all for coming for today's stream, and expect tomorrow for either Silent Hill F or Ultra Kill. Until then, see you later.